Because he is in the forefront of representative of the Executive Director, National Primary Healthcare Development Agency story, and all that they are doing to ensure that things work out. Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Rufina Gourmier. And it's nice having Plateau Intelligence here also in the house. Tang North, the chairman of the local government, that is the management committee, the permanent secretary, Ministry of Health, Plateau State, Pharmacy, Peter Arome. So you are welcome. The representatives of the Army and the Nigerian Home, a very close friend of Rotary here in Plateau. Honorable Rufus Bature, please give him a round of applause. We are very delighted that you're here to share the of health in our hospital and share this day with us. I welcome that you're here to share this moment with us. We've not seen. Thank you for joining us. And the representative of representing various organizations here this morning to state anything that we have to do for the sake of House Committee on Health, Plateau State House of Assembly, side money into health, this health sector. Represented here by His Excellency, the Secretary to the Government of Plateau State, Healthcare Development Agency, the team leader of EU Sign, the state commissioners who are here, partners, directors from the Plateau State Administration, very distinguished ladies of the EU Sign project here in Plateau State. Maternal, newborn, and child health in Nigeria, preventable diseases. Focus with stakeholders to shore up the systems and resources. Cases of polio in Borno State, protect the children of this state from the northeast, considering that Plateau is a transit. Not in Plateau State, but in Nigeria as a whole. Representing Commander, Operation Safe, and we have Supreme Services here in Plateau State. Quite a number of people from different. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, set the tone for why we are here into what we are here to accomplish.
Executive Governor of Plateau State, ably represented by great pleasure and honor to address this important gathering on the occasion of official launching and flag-off ceremony of European Union support to immunization governance in Nigeria project in Plateau State. The project support from the European Union signed an agreement with federal government of Nigeria to ensure sustainable quality routine immunization services, to ensure that sustainable routine immunization services are permanently available through effective primary health care system in 24 states. That's 24 states including Plateau State. Your Excellency, you are aware that Plateau State is among the 24 participating states selected on the basis of their performance and successful implementation of the past European Union activities, as the EU Prime. Permit me at this juncture to appreciate Mr. Weir, who is the Director of Public Health. He was the one that spearheaded the EU Sign project, the EU Prime project during that period. So please, I want us to appreciate Mr. Weir. They did very well, and it's because of his performance that we are now getting support from EU Sign again. The EU Sign project is aimed at supporting the state in the areas of trainings, capacity building, provision of infrastructure, needs assessment, monitoring and supervision to ensure routine immunization services are positioned to serve mothers and children on Plateau. The one in Just Not has been completed and is awaiting commission. Your Deputy Governor, sir, this is what they have done for us. And also, during the last 2 weeks, the first immunization, the first round of immunization, at the end of during the review meeting, we noticed there were some gaps. And immediately we were able to get about 22 solar EU Sign. We really want to say thank you for the support you give. The primary health care board will accommodate the office. We've decided to accommodate the office of the technical assistant in the headquarters, and we have since started so many activities in the state with the state technical assistant without any hitches. So, sir, at this juncture, I want to say by the time the building that has been given to us have been well by the time we finish everything, we have promised to give them an office so that it will enhance their activities on the plateau. Your Excellency, I would like to appreciate your commitment to healthcare delivery. This has made us to achieve a successful implementation of primary healthcare activities, especially your commitment to the eradication of polio, shown by the support to the flag off of the October immunization round by Her Excellency, the wife of the governor, and the support to release the successful implementation of immunization plus days. And at this juncture, I want to say the governor has approved a sum of 30 million naira for the 4 rounds of immunization. And so far, we have approval. They say is not the same as release, but we have received 10 million naira out of the 30 million naira. And hopefully, before the end of the immunization, we are going to receive the remaining. Thank you very much. These achievements will also lead to attraction of many development partners to the state to render their good services for the well-being of our populace, which is evident in the project you will officially launch today. I pray other projects will come to support Your Excellency, other partners will come to support Your Excellency in positioning the health of Plateau citizens in its best. So it is also interesting to know that EU sites have been on the Plateau since 2014. But all attempts to get it launched have failed due to one hitches or the other. But the good government, the Rescue Mission, have decided to launch the EU site project officially on the Plateau. May I use this opportunity to commend the efforts and cooperation of various institutions such as relevant MPs, our royal fathers. I will not end this speech without appreciating the Emir of Kanam. He is always there for us. I remember the last time we visited him in his palace. After all the Turanchi, this man sat down with us on the floor and we ate together. We want to thank you for this show of love. And actually, I was interfaced with them. And as at the last time, the Emir of Kanam, for the launching of the EU site project in the state, and also wish all invited guests journey messages back to their various destinations. Thank you.
Will it be the people of Canada for all the work you are doing as far men? May I recognize the Chief Dr. Mariam Ogo, State Technical Assistant. So, what is this all about?
His Excellency, the Governor of Plateau State, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. EU Sign Project in Plateau State. Now, the EU Sign Project is a health system strengthening project, majorly focused to increase access and utilization of immunization services within the ambit of primary healthcare development system. Now, the project is funded by the European Union, and the European Union government has committed over 50 million euros in order to support the Nigerian country in the fight for vaccine-preventable diseases. Now, Plateau State is fortunate, Your Excellency, to be one of the 23 states in Nigeria, as earlier mentioned by the Executive Secretary. We would always and continue to thank Sawia, because this is coming as a project after the successful implementation of EU Prime project from 2006 to 2009 on the Plateau. As we speak, Your Excellency, there are buses, vaccine equipment, infrastructure that they have put in place that are still in existence and still supporting in carrying out services for immunization. Your Excellency, we know that the rescue mission has the health of the citizens at heart. In the 5 policy thrust agenda of this administration, health is the pivotal and center of the fight. Security and good governance has been the first, and I can say without mincing words that Plateau State has enjoyed safe-haven state since the coming of this administration. And I think without security, we cannot be here. Or immunization services can never ever take place. We thank Your Excellency for that feat. And in line EU Sign project has come to give a resolute support to His Excellency in actualizing his desire towards achieving a better health status for the citizens of Plateau, not just women and children. Now, EU Sign, as mentioned earlier, has taken human capital development as critical in ensuring that immunization services are at their best in the state. Technical assistance to health systems within the state and the local government areas of Plateau State has been supported by EU Sign. In the new vaccines introduction, which is key and cornerstone in expanding the level of immunization services to children, IPV, PCV, which is pneumococcal conjugate vaccine, has been supported by EU Sign. In terms of infrastructure, it has been mentioned, apart from the cold store structures, the 46 DDSRs, that is the direct drive solar refrigerators that have been put in place, and has greatly reduced the gap of unavailability of coaching equipment within far outflanked wards of the state. As I speak with you today, Your Excellency, there are wards that never had direct drive solar refrigerators. Today, EU Sign has assured that the most distance of them have it, and that means immunization services can take place without hitch. There is a 4x4 Hilux car already purchased by EU Sign to support the State Primary Healthcare Development Board, and it is ready in Abuja to be collected, Your Excellency. Now, EU Sign wants to reach the last mile child, and in so doing, there is also a plan on ground to ensure that tricycles, keke napep popularly, motorbikes, are going to position in hard-to-reach wards of Plateau State, of the 325 wards, to ensure that immunization is not a business of the city man. No. I know this government wants to touch the life of people at the grassroots. And EU Sign is keen into that to assure that those at the grassroots also get the best and potent vaccines for their children. Your Excellency, community linkage is key. Without the people we serve, I'm sure there will be no governance. Now, EU Sign is trying to see how it can map up civil society organizations, world development committees, and village development committees to empower them in such a way that they take ownership of immunization services and make sure that no child drops out of the routine immunization system, without which the survival of the child is hindered. When all these are fully done, Your Excellency, I am sure you will agree with me that EU Sign is with you all the way in your rescue mission, especially in terms of healthcare. I've been here 2 years now, and I would want to thank the leadership of the State Ministry of Health, but things work when you have the right persons in position. Made great leaps in leadership that has shown us that the Plateau State is coming to be for your zeal to make security available.
Assistant at the State Immunization Officer, I must say two of the best also bring us the goodwill message of the...
What's so special to this project, because we have had a lot of support. The fact that this launching is holding is out of the support we are getting from Plateau State, because we know of many states that are still outstanding. And let me say that the issue of immunization and health generally also revolve around security. And Your Excellency, sir, let me commend you for the security that is existing in Plateau State. I needed to go out of my way than bothering with technical issues, because these are other issues that are outside our reach, that is beyond us. So I want to thank you and recognize this good governance. Let me give Northeast as an example. What brought Nigeria to where we are today is security issues, because when the military started accessing those in IDPs who were hidden by Boko Haram would now saw that there was polio still existing in our midst. It's not like it's a new thing, but we are not accessing those people. So you can see the danger of security. So, but because security is here, and let me also thank you that I'm aware that Plateau State have not had WPV since 2009. This is a very good effort from your side. And let me say, Your Excellency, congratulations, sir. So EU sign is ready to partner with you, judging from the president, the effort you are making. For instance, our state technical assistant, this is one of the states that rendered office. You know, in EU, we have this MOU. You need to play your part before we can come in. It's not that office space is difficult for EU, but that has been assigned to states. But many states did not recognize that trick. They refuse to give our state technical assistant an office. But here we are in Plateau State. It was not too long that our state technical assistant came on board and we gave him an office to work well, to produce results. And let me assure you that among all the 24 state technical assistants is one of the ones that once I get his report, I close my eyes and give approval. Because I have read, I have seen his report before, so I know what the report can up to. So I don't really need to waste my time reading it in detail like I do in some states. So it's a congratulations to you. You are also blessed in that, along that line. Let me finally urge you that all the equipment we have brought in place, EU is also interested in the state government looking after them hereafter. It's because you did that with EU prime equipment that you came back again in the name of EU sign. And I'm sure if you continue, EU, another project will come back again. So let me finally appreciate the entire people of Plateau State. You are all good people. We are all invited, both your faces and your action. Since we came yesterday, it's been all enjoyment for us. The weather is even in support, and this is natural. It is not man-made. So
applause. I remember in 2003 with the Peace Initiative through Intergender has been a very strong partner. Please give them a round of applause. The representative of the Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency.
We want to join I want to say thank you for allowing us to be part of the event, because from what I'm seeing, Plateau is serious. And I would want to add here that by my status in the agency, I am the head of the routine immunization. One person is a team effort, and I want to say well done to the entire health team. All the technical details have been spelled out, the infrastructural support, the support on training and everything, but something I would like to add. The support from partners is support from outside. The ownership of the immunization program is the sole and full responsibility of Plateau State. And Plateau must take leadership. We have seen that, yes, Plateau is taking leadership, but I want to say, please continue. This is not my first time interacting with the Plateau. I've learned that today, so anytime I'll say the Plateau, not Plateau State. I was part of the facilitators. I saw a couple of my people at Bauchi, where we developed the strategic plan for the Save 1 Million Lives, P4R. And I've been asking how far was that. You know, developing the plan is just the beginning, actually putting it to place. And I'm aware that the minister, in his wisdom, has called the states and said, okay, we need to take off on the P4R right now, and states have been embossed with some funds. Your Excellency, Plateau State developed a very robust plan. If you have spare some time, you might have to look at it and see where the state, where the government can come in and also support. We are the agency that has the mandate to bring the vaccines, but we are not the agency that gives the vaccines. The vaccines must come here, and for vaccines to work, they have to be properly stored, properly transported, up to the level where they get to the last person, that last child that needs this and that woman. EU sign can give all the support, but if the state does not do its part, we will not succeed. If going by the protocol of polio eradication, we will say Plateau State has eradicated polio. Yes, but unfortunately we are an entity in a bigger entity, so we need to move as it moves. Despite the challenge in Borno State, we were sure that we'll get there. It's just a minor setback. A whole lot of work is going on. I was quite impressed with what the ES said about transiting, people transiting. I was in Kaduna in one of the OBRs, and under the bridge, if you know Kaduna and Kao, we stood there, and yes, with the help of the big organs, when they stop you, you stop, and with your children on the flanks in the vehicle, they get vaccinated irrespective of the vaccination status. And that is a great feat. It's something that we've not been doing before. You know, there's this particular thing, oh, we do not stay in this town, and we're passing, and everybody keeps going. Well, now it is shown that we are serious, and we're ready to take it. We're ready to not, we're ready to uproot the polio and take it out. Though around, we know that, yes, what we call rejection is not what is common in Plateau. Everybody knows what the effects of immunization and not the effects of not taking it. So we want to say EU science support has been great. We want to say the support of the traditional rulers have been great. I want to say the efforts of the state health team have been wonderful. I remember it was 2 years that they showed that. Yeah. I want to conclude by saying we know there are challenges with funding in the country right now. We all say yes, we're going through rough times, but I'll say it's temporary. And I want His Excellency to know that yes, aside the support of EU, right, the part the state has to play also involves some funding. And immunization is one of those places where you cannot play or neglect that support. To actually get to that last child, we need the states to put in their own part. And I know the state has been doing well. I want to say here that the state should continue to do what is required to ensure that yes, we achieve the goals. Thank you very much. EU sign is doing very well. Plateau State is doing very well. And I want to state here that the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency is ready to partner with all states, including Plateau, to achieve the health mandate. PAC under one roof is the new song, revitalization of the PAC. I want to state here that just on Saturday, we have reactivated the midwife service scheme, and Plateau State will benefit from this. The young ladies and midwives have just been posted. The Plateau State will get its own share. This is just the first set, and the next set will come in another few months. So I'll close here by saying it is my pleasure. I am happy to be here, and I want to wish Plateau State success. Long live the people of Plateau, of the Plateau. Long live Plateau State.
My amiable Emir of Kanam.
This Committee on Northern Traditional Leaders Committee on Primary Healthcare is to give total support for the exercise and for this particular program. It is not a new thing to us, as fathers are so much interested in keeping the children healthier.
From the speaker, healthy people are wealthy people, and it is always less expensive to prevent than to cure.
This also permit me to stand on existing protocols. I am indeed represented by Deputy Governor, Professor S.G. Theodel.
Program, and I saw a vote of thanks. I want to first of all thank the rescue team under the leadership of His Excellency the Executive Governor of Plateau State, because of providing the enabling environment. Because in the last few years, a lot of partners had left Plateau State because the environment was becoming too hostile. But as we speak, a lot of them are coming back. I also want to thank him and his team for providing the counterpart funding, because most partners without counterpart funding, they can't work with you. And also the strong political will. Like you've heard, EU sign, they've been here for the past 2 years, since 2014, but this kind of a thing has not taken place until today. No wonder my governor is the chairman on primary healthcare of the Governors Progressive Forum. And so you can see the type of commitment he's given the health sector on the plateau. I want to thank our development partners for all their support. I want to thank the executive secretary who just came in, but he has shown the stuff he's made of. Officially invite His Excellency to flag off the...
Like the MC has said, this is a momentous occasion for us in Plateau State. This event should have taken place some years back, but unfortunately it has not been possible. But like they said, better late than never. And it is an honor to be doing this on behalf of His Excellency, who is unavoidably absent. As I was sitting there, when the has done to Plateau, I really felt happy within me. And I want to thank EU Sign for all they have been doing on the Plateau. And I want to appreciate you. I want to also assure you that we as a government will do all the best we can to support you. And I think the same goes to the agencies that have been, the channels through which EU Sign has been working, and the individuals that have also been contributing. I want to thank you very much on behalf of the state government and the people of Plateau State for what you have been doing. Let me also use this occasion to thank the people of Plateau State. Like one of the, I think it was the executive secretary, who said that we've not had any incidents of polio in this state for the last 7.5 years. I think that's a cause for celebration, and we need to clap for ourselves. But while we celebrate, we should also know that Plateau doesn't exist in isolation. We're surrounded by a larger encompass of the nation. So we should do all we can to see that as efforts are being made to tackle the issue of the spread of polio in other parts, we also enhance our efforts within this state to see that that record is not broken. And it is in this light that I fully share the suggestion made by the Emir of Kanam about schools that are resistant to immunization in their premises. I want to use the voice of the governor here to say that with effect from today, any school that refuses to allow immunization in their premises stands closed. I think it is the responsibility of the school management to inform the parents that this is the situation. And if the parent wants to withdraw his or her child for that reason, I think they should do that before the team comes. On that note, I also want to appreciate the Emir of Kanam. A lot of encomiums have been put on him here. MC, you said people are struggling over him. He is already there for us. So we don't need to struggle over him. He's doing what he's supposed to do. And Your Royal Highness, if you were a politician, I think you would have said us worried. But fortunately, I've never heard of the royal father who leaves the royal stool and goes into politics. So we are comfortable that we are performing the role you are playing. And We pray that God use your strength and wisdom to continue to play that role. And we, the rest, should use him as a model. You know, he's been up and doing. This thing doesn't benefit him as an individual, but he's concerned about the health of his people and the health of the state. And I think that's a point that we should all take and bear in mind. On that note, I want to thank all of you for coming to this occasion. And having said that, use this opportunity to officially flag off the EU signed program on the Plateau for the benefit of mankind and for the health of our children in Plateau State. Thank you.
Immunizers and other health officials, very easy. Everybody working in the health sector, especially distinguished ladies and gentlemen, invite Ajia to say the closing prayer for us. Thank you.
For allowing us to be here today, most beneficial and merciful.